No. Y'all can go back up there because I don't know what the hell I thought I was doing. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Danielle Marie, aka Yelly, back with a brand new YouTube video. And as you could tell by the title, don't get mad at me, but this is the black girl tag. But I thought it would just be a fun little video to do. Plus, you know, I'm running a little low on ideas, so I kind of need to come up with something so I can post the video, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who made the questions. I don't know who is responsible for starting any of that, but we just gotta answer the questions, okay? Okay? You good with that? You good with that? Because we gonna answer them anyway, even if you're not good with it, okay? Okay, bye. Okay, so the first question is, have you heard you sound like a white girl? Yes, I've heard that before. Not really as often as just being told, oh, you sound white. One of my friends in Texas used to always say that to me. Like when I would be talking to him sometimes, he would be like, you just talk so proper. He's from Louisiana. He has a very strong like Louisiana, Southern, you know, type of like hood kind of accent. So like when I would be talking to him, he would be like, you sound so proper, you sound so white. But they're not meaning like white, like oh my god, like yes, let's go to Starbucks. Like no, they mean like because I'm talking proper. Even though obviously talking proper is not only attributed to white people, but I think it's black people telling me that. It's not like white people saying it. So I think to black people, we're used to being able to talk to each other with like slang and ebonics and all that kind of stuff. So if you're talking like more proper to them, that's like white. Does that make sense? Do y'all know what I mean? When I need to talk proper, you know, fully proper, I need to like come off a certain way, I can switch it up too. You know what they say, they call it code switching. I can code switch. Are you natural, relaxed, or tech slacks? I am natural. I've been natural since 2014. I started transitioning to natural in like September 2013, I think. And then in April 2014, I did the big chop. Your favorite thing about being black? I feel like there's so many good things about being black. Okay, I'm gonna say two things. Two things are my favorite thing about being black. The first thing is probably like the fact that like I feel like majority of black people, no matter where you were raised, like if you was raised on the East Coast, the West Coast, the South, whatever, I feel like all of us grew up pretty similarly. You know what I mean? Like when you read comments under like certain posts that is obviously more targeted to black people, and like we all agree about the same thing, and everybody is always like, oh, we all had the same lives. Like there's just some things that we all just like dealt with, and I know there's gonna be some people who be like, I never did that, but you know what I mean, like the majority of us, I feel like, had the same type of like growing up experience. And I feel like that's so cool, like that we can already automatically relate with like somebody on the West Coast, even though, you know, I'm from the South. The second thing that I like about being black like the most is the fact that we just have this like natural like swag to us. Like we just naturally wavy. Like I'm sorry, y'all hate it. Y'all hate it. Chef's kiss, like mwah. We all at the club, right? Like we all at the club. You at the club, we at the club, but like we in the VIP. You know, like you over there, I'm in the VIP. So that's how it feels to me. Like, I don't know, it's just so cool being black. What black woman do you look up to? I would say probably the only black woman I look up to is my mom. My mom is like one of the strongest people I know. She's one of the coolest people I know. She's one of the funniest people I know. And she's just one of the like chillest, like, you know, it's your mom. Like, I mean, I know some people don't kind of have that privilege of like having a good relationship, but I have a great relationship with my mom. When do you feel blackest? Around family, friends, or white people? So I'm gonna answer it two different ways, just in case the question is being meant in one type of way or if it's being meant in the other type of way. I was thinking like, when do I feel most comfortable, like the blackest? And so my answer would be when I'm around other black people. I'm most comfortable in that environment because I can just be me. I don't have to change the way I talk and talk more proper and make sure that I'm really enunciating my words and stuff, because I'm around other people who are gonna understand that I'm just trying to talk. Like, if you're thinking of the question in that way, like when you feel most comfortable, I would say when I'm around other Black people. So the other way I took it, when do you feel the blackest? I took it as, when do I feel like it's like more obvious that I'm Black? And I would say around white people. You know that you can't be a certain way, you can't act a certain way, you can't do certain things. Now, I admire Black people who are authentically themselves no matter the setting, but realistically, like the type of job and career I have, I can't just be out here like wilding out. They can be like, who the hell is this girl? Like, she ain't never acted like this before. And it's always been like that, like growing up, because the school I grew up like at was like predominantly white. It was obvious, you know, that you're like Black, especially because I grew up in the South. So there was instances where like I might really like a dude, like a white dude, and he really likes me too. Like he'll tell me he likes me, I tell him I like him, everything's all good, but then he'll be like, but like I can't like be with you though, because yada yada yada, and my family is gonna be mad about it, or they're not gonna like it, or they're whatever. So, you know, when you're around white people in that type of setting and growing up around that, you're very aware like that you're Black. You could take the question two different ways. Box braids or twists. Personally, if it's just my hair, I like putting my hair in twists, mini twists, as my like a protective style, so I don't like mess with it. But if I had to like pick a style where I'm adding like weave in, I would say box braids. I love box braids and like knotless braids. Have you ever dated a white guy? Yes, I have. My very first like serious relationship was with a white guy. I was with him for almost 5 years. How many combs or brushes have you broken? I've never broken a brush. I don't even know anybody who's ever broken a brush. I've never heard of anybody breaking a brush. I've broken a few combs in my life. I can't tell you an exact number. Highest, lowest amount you pay for braids. I've never paid for braids. Anytime I've had braids in my hair, I did them myself after watching good old handy dandy YouTube. Do they have your shade at your local drugstore? It really depends, but sometimes it's really hard, especially if like there's only one brand that even has like shades that even go a little bit darker than like a white person's skin tone. Have you heard, is that your real hair? If so, when? I don't think I've ever heard if it's my real hair, because I feel like anytime I've worn my hair, it's pretty obvious if it's my hair. Growing up in like high school, I never had like weaves or like anything like that, so I think that was obvious that it was my hair, because like nobody ever saw me with like super long hair, nothing crazy. Since I've been out of high school, nobody's asked that either. Like most of the people I've been around have just been like Black or like Hispanic people, and like they know. Did you go to a predominantly white or Black school? My school was predominantly white. I'm from a really small town in Kentucky that is majority white. So yeah, I grew up around hella white country people. Favorite edge control. So typically I don't use edge control. Like I don't have edge control on right now, because you know I wasn't trying to do too much for this video. But my favorite edge control that I recently found like a month ago is this Shine and Jam. It's like in a reddish, it's like a pinkish reddish type jar, and it's like the only edge control I've ever been able to use that actually like lays it down compared to like Eco Styler gel. Like if I use Eco Styler on my edges, forget about it, forget it. It's not staying. It's about to, as soon as I put it on there, it's about to curl right back up. Do people ever say you act ghetto? No, I've never had anybody say I act ghetto, because people know like I don't act ghetto. I might have some ghetto tendencies at times, you know. Sometimes it's okay to be a little ghetto, because like ghetto doesn't always have to be meant in a negative tone. Like for Black people, like ghetto can be good or bad, because there is a such thing as like just that ghetto aesthetic when it comes to like Black culture that we wouldn't see as negative. Can you dance? Yes, I can dance. Can I dance the best? No, because these TikTok dances today, I don't know what is going on, but like once you hit 25, it's like you can't do them. I mean, like you can do them, but you're gonna have to sit there and practice for a while, and I just don't have time for that. I mean, I do, but I don't. Do you eat soul food? I do, but I don't. I'm a really picky eater, which I've gotten a lot better about it ever since I moved to Seattle. But like, there's a lot of soul food that I don't eat. I don't eat collard greens. I don't eat cranberry sauce. I don't eat chitlins. I mean, a lot of people don't eat chitlins, but there are a lot of black people who eat chitlins, but I don't eat chitlins. I don't eat like, I don't know if that's considered soul food or if that's just considered like country. Eating pig's feet, like I don't eat that either. I don't eat frog legs, but frog legs I know for sure is not considered soul food. I'm just naming like stuff that people in the South eat. Like there's a lot of stuff I don't eat just cause I don't know. Greens probably don't even taste that bad, but just like the smell of greens just does not smell like appetizing to me. So yeah. Dang, my battery already done. What the hell? Okay. Sorry, that was my ghetto moment. I just had to take a little break, y'all, and let y'all know, y'all, today is November 3rd. It's the presidential election. Y'all, look at this. Wait, is it gonna focus? Look, it's so close, y'all. Please, I hope that the next video y'all watch from me says that Joe Biden is president, because y'all, I don't know if we gonna survive. Like, I literally don't know. As a black woman, as a black person in this country, I literally don't know if I'm gonna even survive another 4 years with this man, especially because I live in Seattle and y'all know people up here been tripping. Have you ever eaten fried chicken? Of course. I mean, most people I feel like eat fried chicken, unless obviously you're like a vegetarian or vegan. Like everybody eats fried chicken. What is your ethnicity? I'm blackity black mixed with a little more black and like a little smidge of black up in there. I mean, I did take one of those DNA tests and it said that I was like, the black part of me was like 79% and like the majority of it was Nigerian. And there were some more like little African countries, but like the biggest portion of it was Nigerian. So I guess if you had to be like really break it down DNA wise, you would say that. But like I don't go around being like I'm Nigerian, because like I've never been to Nigeria. My parents don't do anything. I don't think that's like Nigerian related, like, cause you know, slavery. And then it said I'm like 20% European from like a bunch of places in Europe. And I'm pretty sure that came from my mom's side, because my mom's side, like my maternal grandmother, that whole side is like really light. So I'm pretty sure because of slavery there was some mixing that went on, because you know how the slave owners used to get down, and I think that's the only reason why there's some European in my DNA. But once again, I don't go around being like, hey y'all, I'm mixed, because I'm 20% white. And that is shade to the white people who be taking those DNA tests and they're like, I'm 5% African. Like, that does not make you black, sweetheart. It doesn't. No matter how many DNA tests you take, no matter what percentage it says. If your parents aren't black, your grandparents ain't black, I'm sorry, sweetie, but you're not black, okay? Have you ever watched the movie The Color Purple? Yes. Like, I feel like most black people have seen that movie. Does your name have Isha in it? No. Honestly, I don't really know that many Ishas. Well, really, I can only think of 3 off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I could come up with more if I think about it. Do you wear weave? If so, how often? Yes, I do. I don't wear it that often. All right, this says you have to choose one from the following: collard greens, cornbread, yams, or baked macaroni and cheese. Ooh, this is about to be easy, but I don't know. Cornbread and baked macaroni and cheese. My grandmother makes the best cornbread. Like my mom's mom makes the best cornbread. I think she calls it hot water cornbread. Ooh, it tastes so good, y'all. If I had to go with, ooh, maybe I'll go with the cornbread, because Granny's cornbread, yeah, grandma's cornbread, kicking. What is your hair type? My hair type is like 4A, 4B, and just a smidge of 4C. Name 4 hood black movies you love to watch. Ooh, 4 black movies I love to watch. I love Juice. After watching it, because that was another movie that almost got my black card revoked, but after watching it, I like watching Juice. Of course, Friday. You can't go wrong with Friday or Friday After Next. You can't go, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people be talking mad shit about Tyler Perry, but y'all know when those Madea movies was coming out, that was like the movies for us to go see. So Madea movies, yeah, I'm gonna have to put those on the list. And then what's one more? Boys in the Hood is a classic. I'm sorry, it's a classic, so you gotta have that one on the list. How do you feel about interracial couples? I don't really care about interracial couples. I just think if you're gonna date somebody like that's not the same race as you, that doesn't mean you have to put down people of your own race. Were you always confident in wearing your natural hair? No. And even sometimes now, I'm not always confident. Like, y'all know how many times I was like, what way am I gonna wear my hair for this video? Because it was just like, these braids are fresh, you know, so they lay flat. And I was like, I can't have the flat look, because now I look like an egg. So I was like, let me figure out how can I give this a little zhuzh. For the most part, I feel like I'm fine with my natural hair. It's pretty versatile. Like, I can pretty much do a lot. It's just that I don't know how to do a lot, because, you know, y'all be making it look easy on YouTube with these hairstyles. How deep is it for you to let someone see you in your headscarf? That's a good one, because not many people have seen me in a headscarf. Who has seen me in a headscarf? I have to really feel comfortable with you and like really trust you for you to see me in like a headscarf. Only because if I'm in a headscarf, chances are that means I just woke up. So if I'm letting you see me when I just woke up, that means that I don't look like this. But it's not anything where I'm like, oh my God, like I'm gonna be so embarrassed if you see me wearing a headscarf. It's like, most likely if I'm wearing a headscarf, I'm only gonna be more embarrassed because like I'm gonna be looking like Rufus the Naked Mole Rat before I've like put myself together. What Black celebrity do you look like? Oh my gosh, y'all. I used to get so annoyed in high school because when I was in high school, it was around the time when like, wait, was I in high school or was I in middle school? When Gabby Douglas, you know, she's one of the part of the Fab Five of the Olympic gymnastics team. And this one girl that I was friends with used to always be like, you look like Gabby Douglas. And so she would call me Gabby like all the time. And it used to annoy me so much because I was like, I don't look like Gabby. But then you know how people just say that so much that you just get like tired of it and you just like go along with it. So then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Plus I was low-key, y'all know Gabby was sometimes looking a little rough back then. And I would be like, you're saying that I look like her? Like, are you trying to say that I'm looking rough? Or like, what is it, ma'am? What is it? All right, the last question that I'm gonna answer is, who is your favorite Black couple? This is really hard because I feel like especially this year there have been so many beautiful Black couples I've seen. I love Sierra and Russell, and I know like personally you never know what's really going on behind closed doors, but from what they allow us to see and how they treat each other and the things that they say, how they express their like love to each other, I love that. Like, I think that's beautiful. I think they have a beautiful relationship. Like I said, you know, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I feel like there's generally, it's just a very good relationship in general, so I love them. Alright y'all, so that's the end of the video. I had a good time filming it. I felt like it was just a quick little fun type of video to do. It's nothing to take too serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just wanted to do this purely for entertainment purposes. I wanted to be entertained. I'm trying to entertain y'all. You know, all you gotta do is say thank you in the comments, like, click the like button, click my notification button, subscribe. Let me know that you like the video. If you have any questions, if you're non-Black and you have some questions, because I know y'all might have, some of y'all might have some questions. I'm okay with answering some questions. Just watch how you ask the question, okay? Yeah, if you got any questions or you have any other suggestions of videos you want to see me do, please leave a comment. Make sure you follow me on all my socials. You already know it's gonna be at the end of the video where to find me. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.